tell them I really don't care. The Giants this year are going nowhere. And the Cowboys haven't won since Jordan and Pippen were a pair. You are now watching a Philly Fuego production. Gracias, amigos. Fly, Eagles, fly. Welcome to the Nest Out West, where Eagles fans are always the best. I will always ride or die for this team, and when I'm gone, please bury me in green. Now I don't want to come off like I'm bragging, but I'ma bring the heat like an effing dragon. You can call me Fuego, aka Phillyzilla, coming to you like the Thriller in Manila. Lots of collabs and live streams galore. You're gonna love what I have in store. Giving you my all, I always will try. And just remember, it's fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah.
What is good? What is going on? And what is cracking? I am Philly Foothills, and I am back in the Nest Out West, where I'm trying to bring you the best when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles content on YouTube. And tonight, I got a special guest in the nest. First time female in the nest. Key from Key in the building. What's going on? How you doing? I appreciate you being here with me. Thank you so much. And I want everybody to give Key a big welcome. All my Philbillies out there, definitely give Key a big welcome. Another great Eagles. You also do Sixers, right? As far as
I do all Philly sports, whether Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, anything in the Philly. So I cover all four.
4 for 4. I love it. Hey, the more the better. Awesome. I commend you for that. That's, definitely got to keep you very, very busy as a content creator. So, yeah. How's it going, Key?
I'm good. It's not too bad over here in Pennsylvania. So, it's going to be some rainy days, but I'm ready for Eagles season. Preseason done. Let's get into the real nitty gritty.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, all the Philbillies, thank you so much for joining the live stream so far. And make sure that's give me a thumbs up on the live stream. Let's help us out. Definitely, you guys go, if you haven't done so already, make sure you go check out Key's content. Key in the building. The link to her channel is in the description of this live stream. So all you got to do is go into the description, scroll down a little bit, click right on that link. Make sure you're subscribed to her. Make sure you turn on that notification bell, because she's a 4 for 4. So, hey, she's going to put out lots of content out there for you. And I've watched some of it already as well. And I enjoyed from what I've seen. Definitely. So you guys, and she's getting better and better the more she's doing it. So how long you been doing this thing, Key?
I just started a little bit. I always had the channel. I just started a little bit this year. So, I do rather, it's just convenient for me to do it. Sometime I'll get breaking news in the car. So you might see me in the car a lot doing videos. Yeah. But that's where you do. I get the car talk with Key. So, anything that breaking news, I could be on my way home from work or whatever, I'm going to give it to you. So, so I haven't been doing this for that long. Probably a couple months, almost a year now. Got you.
Awesome. Yes. Pretty much I'm the same way. Maybe, I started a little bit more than a year ago, but really getting into it full time, this last, I would say a good solid 8 months right now, since the December of last year, I've been going at it really hard. I did a video every day in December. So, that was a commitment, and I followed through with it. And it's just kind of snowballed from there. And I've really enjoying this thing, meeting good people like you, meeting good people like Jinx Wolf. Thank you for being here, Jinx. We appreciate you. Definitely. Like Mitch Kofsky, another great Eagles content creator out there. Thank you, Mitch. Anthony Allen, appreciate you. Thank you for being here, my guy. Another good supporter of the channel. Thank you for joining the live stream tonight. BLSG, always another solid supporter of the channel and another good Eagles content creator. Good young up-and-coming youngster there. Bernie Boom, 68. Fly Graphic Backgrounds is in the house. What's good with you, brother? Oh, awesome, my guy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, my guy. He's done some he's actually, now if he's here, where's that mug at?
I was looking at the mugs. I'm gonna have to get one.
This is the Fly Graphic Backgrounds actually did this. He did this artwork. So
that's pretty dope. I'm gonna have to copy a mug.
Definitely check them out. Yeah, it's in the guys can get that stuff now via the Macari stores. It's in the description as well. Appreciate you, Bernie Boom 68 or Benny Boom 68. My bad. But yeah, appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. And you're now part of the merch of the channel. So thank you for your artwork and things like that. Much appreciated. Very much so. Shout out to you, my guy. Benny Boom 68 of Fly Graphic Backgrounds. You guys go check him out on Facebook. Jordy Fighter, what's going on, my guy? Thank you for stopping in. Absolutely. Appreciate all you guys. Joe Castro of Philly, the podcast is in the building. What's up, y'all? Coming to show the love. Appreciate you, Joe. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated, my guy. He's always doing great things down there in the sunny state of Florida. A little bit of a not so much sunny state right now with all the crazy hurricanes going through that area. But yeah, shout out to you, Joe. I hope everything's safe and well down there.
Bird Gang is everywhere in every state. It don't matter where we at. We travel deep.
Right. Hell yeah. Lucas Hallman, thank you for being here as well. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Lucas said about a sub up to Key. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate you. Definitely. Much appreciated.
Also got merch as well. So if you go on my link, you'll find all the Key in the Building stuff. I mean, this is the old logo right now, but I do have a new logo that's coming soon. Nice. I'm also part of a network as well, the Spotlight Sports Network. It's a bunch of us. It's like 12 of us. We all do different things. So I'm part of there. Go sub to them as well. Yeah. We're trying to reach 1,000K, 1,000 subs over there. We're almost there, but it's a whole bunch of different content creators over there. We do cover everything over here. I just strictly have my channel where I just cover Philly, but yeah.
Got you. Awesome. Yeah. You guys go check it. Go check her merch out as well. And yeah, Benny Boom, hit me up on the messenger, man. I might have another project for you. Definitely. So hit me up, man. We'll definitely need to get in contact with you again. See here. Mitch said, glad you guys are working together. Love this. Yes, Mitch. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, you guys. Thank you for shout out to the 6 in the live stream right now. Like I always say, you guys are the food and the water to the channel. Without you, it does not continue to survive. So if you are feeling the vibe, please continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe to keep my dreams alive. Absolutely. You guys are all much appreciated. And Key, so I got some questions before we dive into our football talk here. Got a couple questions just so my subscribers and everybody out there that's watching, because we are live on not only YouTube right now, but we're also live on Facebook as well in my group chat, which is the Nest Out West on Facebook. And we're also in Bird Gang 31's group chat on Facebook as well. So we're live on all three, definitely. And thank you guys so much for being here. But yeah, so Key, where were you born into an Eagles family, and how long have you been bleeding green?
I am born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So you got to ride with the team. I'm part of a football background. My dad did a little high school football. My grandfather was a little league coach for years. Then my son got into football. Like I said, he's 14. He's about to play high school football. He's 5'10", 284 at 14. So he's going to be on somebody's line. Hopefully in college pick him up. But his first year in high school football. But I've been bleeding green since 6. I'm 37. You cut me open, I'm going to bleed green all over. Like I said, I'm a big sports fan, period. So I cover, I will talk about everything, but my team is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Got you. I love it. And yeah, I mean, hey, I wasn't born anywhere near Philadelphia. I've actually never been. I'm going there for the very first time this year. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to really, take it in as not only an Eagles fan, but just as a person just taking in the city itself and, some of the good atmosphere that surrounds the hardworking culture of that city. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Like I pass Lincoln, like I'm not in the city no more, but I'm outside the burbs of Philly. I pass Lincoln Financial Field every single day going to work down 95. So I get stuck in traffic when there's games, Philly's games. I'm literally 10 minutes away from all the stadiums down South Philly. So I've been to a couple Phillies games so far. I have not yet in my 37 years been to an Eagles game yet. And hopefully that can change this year and I'll get to see one live.
Wow. That's funny because AK Eagles was telling me the same thing, and I know he's kind of moved around his life. He's been in he's lived in Alaska. He's lived in some different states. That's why he's AK Eagles, because that's actually for for the state of Alaska. But yeah, that's cool because he's going to be going to his first Eagles game this year too. So hopefully you'll be able to do the same thing. And you said you have a son, right? Just the one son?
Yep, just one. He's Eagles fan as well. And I always told him, I said, if you get drafted by Dallas, I said, I can't wear that jersey. I'm sorry, son. I can't do it. I can't. I can't see myself putting on that star. I can't. I gotta find an alternate way, do something. But I said, don't get drafted by Dallas. I will not wear your jersey.
Oh man, that would be tough. That would definitely be tough. Like out of any other team,
right? You can go anywhere else out them other 31 teams. You cannot play for Jerry Jones. I'm sorry. I mean, you can play for Jerry. I can't put your jersey on.
Right.
I can't.
So you'd be okay putting his jersey on if he was drafted by the Giants or the football team?
Of course, because that's my child. I'm going to any other team. You cannot go to Dallas. You cannot go to Dallas.
I definitely feel you on that. Definitely. So you're telling me pregame, he's a pretty big kid. It sounds like you might have
he's going into ninth grade. He's always been a big child. He's always been big. He's going to ninth grade. He's 14, 284, 5'10".
Dang. The Eagles might be able to put him on the practice squad.
Yeah, they can sign him now.
Right? Future contract.
Yep.
Absolutely. That would be amazing. Shout out to the 8 in the live stream right now, and shout out to your son for doing that. I played high school football, so he's in for definitely a ride.
He's been playing since he was 6. So,
and I played back in the days before they had the kind of the more restrictions that they have during the hot summers. I did 2-a-days in pads and things like that out in the heat. So it's that's not.
I'm not sure if you can see a picture, but that's him right here.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes sir, absolutely, yes. That's future lineman right there. Absolutely, he's growing fast. Maybe my son's not quite as big as yours, but my son is 13. He is just about my height, so he's right around 5'10", because I'm 5'10", and we're right around the same weight too, like 225. So
yeah, he's not done growing yet. I'm afraid with how he's going to at least be over 6.
Right? You guys do not want to see our grocery bills. That's for sure.
Nope.
It's scary. Believe me.
Yeah,
it
is.
So who would you say give me your 3 top Eagles of all time?
Top 3 Eagles of all time. Definitely my number 1 guy is Brian Dawkins. I love his energy. Weapon X. I love seeing him on the field each and every day. My guy. It's my guy B-Dog. He crunched Algie Crumpler with the Falcons. He's just been so clutch, and I'm not gonna lie, I literally cried when he got into the Hall of Fame because I was like, it's about damn time.
Right.
So B-Dog,
as Brian Dawkins would say, it's about dang time.
Yep. Brian Dawkins is my number 1. Yes, I'm wearing a Spurs jersey, but I'm a throwback person. It can be any jersey. This is Tim Duncan, so I'm a big fan of throwback jerseys. So yes, it's a Spurs jersey. I got mine. I have Joel Embiid. He's my favorite Sixer. But anyway, B-Dog, Brian Westbrook, another great running back we had, and Randall Cunningham.
I love it. Yeah, Cunningham is, he's what really got my eyes on the Eagles. I was not born into an Eagles fandom at all. Both of my parents, were 49ers fans. My mom was born and raised in San Francisco. My dad was actually born in Canada, but moved to the Bay Area when he was a middle schooler, about 13, I think he was. And so they were both 49ers fans. Most of my families are, is 49ers fans, except my brother. He's actually a Cowboys fan. That's another thing so when he was in high school, growing up, he was actually born in San Francisco. My brother was, but for some reason he hates the 49ers. Absolutely cannot stand them. He's a San Francisco Giants fan, much like I am, first and foremost when it comes to baseball. but he hates the 49ers, and he was a Broncos fan. And then when the Cowboys started winning in the 90s, he jumped ship.
You should imagine how many Dallas fans are in Philadelphia. It's so strange. It's strange. It's y'all never set foot in Texas, but y'all live in Philadelphia, but y'all like Dallas. I would never understand that.
Right. Yeah. I've been hearing that too. I've been hearing that there's a lot of Cowboys fans there, and that's very interesting to me. It definitely is. And I guess to me that's even more kind of odd than a Eagles fan being in Texas. Like Philly Notion. Shout out to him, or Texas Eagle. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a brand new Eagles content creator. He's holding it down in the Lone Star State. Yeah.
I would love to be in Texas, being a Philly. Oh, that would be that would be crazy. I want to go to Texas, just to the stadium, and wear my Eagle jersey. And would not care.
Absolutely. Yes, Lucas, definitely. You guys go sub up Key if you haven't done so already. Let's get Key to 200. She definitely deserves it. She's working really hard, and you guys, she's a 4 for 4. So if you guys are diehard Philadelphia fans, through and through, then you're gonna love her content. I guarantee.
Oh yeah, I did my rants about Ben Simmons. If y'all Sixers fan, oh yeah, ooh, we not even. That's enough. Woo, he got my blood pressure high.
Yeah. So Benny Boom said, he said, "What's up to you?" Definitely, and he's waiting
Philly.
for the 53 man.
I'm from uptown, so I'm up further in the West Oak Lane area in Philly. If y'all are familiar with that, whoever's in here from Philly, that's my area.
Shout out to that, definitely. Oh yeah, and the 53 is coming out Tuesday. We're gonna be doing. I'm gonna do a live stream. Hopefully, get quite a few of Eagle content creators on Monday night, and we're gonna do our final 53 man prediction. So you guys keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be Monday night. I'm thinking probably around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Might do it at 8, maybe do it a little bit earlier, but it's gonna be right around there. And we're gonna pick our final 53. So you guys definitely keep an eye out for that. And Key, you're more than welcome to join that as well. I was gonna ask you. We're gonna get into some Eagle stuff, obviously, but we'll save that. We'll definitely.
I know where Redden is. That's what's up.
Yeah, absolutely. Lucas Hallman, absolutely. Shout out to you. He said maybe my son will play for the Eagles. That would be dope. Or your son. Yeah, actually.
That would be nice. That'll just to be like what's that? Shaden McCoy been in Pennsylvania forever. He went to Pitt. He went to Bishop Devitt here in Pennsylvania, and then he grows and then he gets drafted by the home team. That's like that's like every kid's dream. So
like didn't Vinnie? I don't know if Vinnie Curry went to college in the area, but I know he's a hometown kid, and he's
so Sean Bradley. He went to Temple, and then he's on the Eagles as well. So
nice, yeah. Where do you know where Vinnie Curry went to college? I can't think of it on the top of my head.
Don't remember at the top of my head.
I don't think it was in the area. I want to say he went somewhere in the South or something like that. But yeah, the Richie MC said Ravens going to pick up a running back after Dobbins is out for the season. Maybe Howard trade. And the Eagles can re-sign Holyfield. Maybe, yeah, that's a possibility. Definitely. I liked what I saw at a Holyfield.
Yeah.
That last game.
Went to Marshall. Okay.
Oh, shout out to the chat. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yep. Big Three's always got the facts. He definitely knows a lot about the guys. Yeah, I knew it was somewhere down, in South. So shout out to Vic. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Yep. And Benny Boom confirmed it. Vinny went to Marshall. Absolutely. Thank you guys. Appreciate you for that. Let's see here. Yeah, so my top three are similar to yours. Definitely, like I said, Randall Cunningham, he's definitely what got my eyes on the Eagles first and foremost. And I've been a fan for well over, a quarter of a century now. And my other Reggie White, and then Brian Dawkins. Absolutely. Those are my top three of all time. And I've been bleeding green, as you can see by all the stuff I've been collecting over the years for quite a while. And finally found a platform and finally found an outlet to be able to present it and to talk to people that I didn't necessarily have contact with, because I'm way out here in California holding it down for our Eagles. But it's definitely sports therapy for me, 100%. Yeah. So let's see. Did you play any sports growing up? And if you did, which one and what positions did you play?
So I was a big basketball. I played basketball and softball in high school. Softball, I was a catcher and shortstop.
Awesome.
Basketball, I was a forward center. So I played those until I did tweak my knee. So I kind of don't play as much as I usually do, but I do coach basketball as well for an AAU team over here in Philly. So and I do that, get back to the kids. So I love teaching the game and the little kids and stuff like that. I don't like them too old because then they think they got the egos getting away and then they think they hot stuff. No, you're not. Bring it down. So, I do coach the kids as well. So I play basketball and softball.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah. You know, and thank you to Birdman, number 12 on the like button. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I appreciate it. If you let me know, I definitely give you a shout out for that. And just let me know. You can give me the icon or you can just let me know. Definitely. But every time you hit
guys,
that,
I'm at 193. Let's go.
absolutely. Jinx Wolf, thank you for that update. And yes, let's go. Let's get Key to 200 tonight. Right now, you guys go subscribe to her content, turn the notification bell on, and also share her content. If you got social media platforms, take a video, hit that like button, and share it on your social media, and we'll definitely be appreciative of that because we're gonna get her 200 tonight. She deserves it. She's been working hard. Absolutely proud of you, Key. Keep up the good work. Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Birdman underscore 951 said Daniel Pesos threw a pick in the end zone. Not surprising. I mean, that's not a news break or anything like that.
Pennies. He's pennies.
Right? We call him pesos because that's even lower than pennies. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Birdman. And he had, I don't know if you've seen that in the group chat that we had on Twitter, but we lost a West Coast brethren in Philly Baird. So shout out to Birdman underscore 951. He lost a close friend just recently, passed away, way before he should have. It was a guy gone way too soon. And just wanted to give a shout out to my guy, Birdman underscore 951. And hearts go out to you, my guy, and condolences to you and his family for your loss. It's a definitely sad thing to hear about. For sure. But yeah, so I definitely played a lot of basketball myself, more recreationally growing up. But yeah, I also played football in high school, played tight end, played some defensive end, played on the line as well, both offensively and defensively, special teams a lot. So yeah, I definitely put in my work as a young kid, and yeah, the body's paying for it now. Yeah, even I didn't play sports too long. It definitely taken its toll. I'm
actually have a cousin that's in the Hall of Fame.
Do you really?
Yes, my cousin is Art Monk, wide receiver for the Washington Redskins.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. So football.
Are you guys first cousins?
I'm not sure how far the cousins go, but I just know we're related. So, but no, me being a single mom that dad's not around. So somebody got to teach him the game. And, of course I got my grandfather and my dad and things of that nature, but I was outside with him he was in full pads and I'm making sure he gets down because at the time he was a center. So I got in front of him and I would hit with him without nothing. And he would in pads. I had to make sure he was legit. So, I used to yell at him. He used to hate when I used to grab him by his face mask and give him the business. And the coach was like, well, what you tell him? He did his job, right? That's all y'all need to know.
Right? Absolutely. Yeah, it's like sometimes, especially a mom like you can send the message that nobody else can. You know what I mean? It's you're their sole supporter of them. You're their sole, safety net, everything. You're everything to that kid. So, they're definitely gonna listen to you more than anybody else. I first and foremost believe that because I was raised by a single parent as well, so I know how that goes. I definitely know the feeling of that, and shout out to you, for being there for your son because not every kid has that luxury in their life. You know what I mean? So definitely that's an awesome thing for you to be there for your son and for you to really to step into the trenches like that too and let them know like you said, give them the business. Let them know how
And
it needs
of
to
course,
go.
I gave him the Blind Side speech. Shout out to Blind Side and Sandra Bullock from the movie. I said, you got to protect your family. You're on the line. Your quarterback is your brother. You have
Yes,
to protect him. So, hey, it
love it.
worked.
I was thinking that same thing just now when I was talking right before I actually started talking about that. I was thinking the same thing about it. It sounded very similar to The Blind Side. Absolutely, great shout, great shout. Yeah, Lucas Hallman wanted. He said, "What team does he play for?"
Oh, he's going to be playing for Academy Park High School and up here in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania. Well, that's more of a Sharon Hill area. So his high school is Academy Park.
Got you. A shout out to Academy Park. What's their mascot?
I think they're the Knights. They're the Knights.
Nice. All right. I like it. Definitely they gotta bring that steel. Richie MC said Cowboys preseason record 0-4. It does not matter for most, but Jerry Jones is stewing. Absolutely. Shout out to Jerry Jones. Not. But thank you for Devontae Smith though. We appreciate that, Jerry.
Yeah, right. I gotta, like I said, if y'all gonna check out the channel, and I did this big old rant about the Giants fans crying because we got Devontae Smith, and it's a little thing that I did a conversation between Howie and Jerry Jones, how that conversation went, and go check that video out. So pretty much it was like, do you want to screw over the Giants? They was like, yeah, we'll screw over the Giants. Let's take their pick.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been saying it. I think Jerry's he's gonna regret that. He's gonna regret giving two competitors like Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts exactly what they wanted. He's gonna regret that because we're gonna be a force with those two. And now with the emergence of Quez and Rieger's looking good too. These are the I've been calling them the young gunners, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this young group. I really am. Coach Dante's in the building. What's going on, nephew? I appreciate you. He said, "What up, uncle?" Mm-hmm. Hey, man, I'm chopping it up with Key. Key in the building. She's in the nest tonight. She's in the nest.
Yeah, me and Dante got some things cooking as well. Dante is also he has become a part of the Spotlight Sports Network, so we're all going to be working together. So he's a part of the family now. And then on Tuesday nights, we're going to do a show on my channel called the 7200 Sports Show. The hottest topics in 2 hours. If y'all don't know, 7,200 seconds is 2 hours. So we're going to be doing it, and that's going to premiere Tuesday on my channel. So just stay tuned for that.
Yeah, you guys look out for that. Definitely. And
I don't understand that either, Vinnie. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
It's hella confusing. So that means I don't even live there, and I still don't understand it. But yeah, there must be a lot. It must bring up quite a bit of conflict in that city.
Like I don't get too much on the Dallas fans who was like they're diehard Dallas fans. Like I don't get on them too much, but the ones that just hop on, y'all don't know nothing, and then they always bring up, oh well, we got 5 Super Bowls. We have to watch your Super Bowls on VHS tapes. At least I can go back and watch our Super Bowl on a DVD, or I can search the internet for it. You literally have to go on VHS and dust the dust off to watch the Cowboys Super Bowls. Like, get out of here, Cowboys fans. Come on now. Right. Stop it.
And then you got these young kids who are like, well, man, you weren't even alive the last time they won a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Come on now. Get out of here. Get out of here, young man. I got underwear older than you. Go to the thrift stop, go to your local thrift store and see if you can go find a Super Bowl video. You might be able to find one, of your team back in the 1990s and the 1900s when they were winning championships the last time.
Yeah, like, oh, y'all only got one. So what? We have the one. Y'all was complaining how the Eagles never have one. Now we just have one. Y'all still complaining. Oh, y'all only got one. Who cares? We got our one. That's all that matters.
And this is a what have you done for me lately league, right? So
right.
We've done it more lately than you have. That's for sure.
Dallas hasn't been in the playoffs in what, 10? It's been a minute since they've been in the playoffs.
Yeah, it really has. It really absolutely has. And they're not going to the Super Bowl this year. There's so many Cowboys fans that I talk to on social media that think they really have a legitimate chance, even with Dak being banged up. And I'm just like,
y'all better hope and pray Dak don't get hurt, because if that's it, this is a wrap, because their backups are poop when it comes down to quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing I wanted to ask you, a couple last things, personal questions, was what's your favorite movie, your favorite food, and your favorite hobby besides bringing that fire content on YouTube?
So it's a whole list of favorite movies, but I'm going to give you my top 3. So I like Remember the Titans, of course, classic movie. A League of Their Own. So that's how you talked about back in the World War when the soldiers went to war. The wives ain't had nothing to do. They was like, "Oh, let's go play softball. Let's play baseball." So they store history there. And then
former softball player, I bet you do really love that movie. I like that movie a lot too.
Saving Private Ryan.
Okay, a war movie.
And then I gotta throw the Little Giants in there because that's my movie. But
okay, all right. So let me tell you a fun story about that movie. You remember Spike?
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with that kid. We went to elementary school, and then right around the 6th grade is when he got that role. So we went to elementary school like pretty much K through 6th together.
That's kind of cool.
His name's Sam Horgan, and he's been a pretty low budget actor for the most part, but that was pretty cool because he got to meet like John Madden. He got to meet a bunch of famous football players and stuff like that. So, and then the actors,
cool, right?
Al Bundy and Rick Moranis, and yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. He was always pretty strong. I definitely don't think that was a real refrigerator that he was carrying.
So I was like, this 10-year-old kid bringing a refrigerator out the moving truck. What is going on?
Yeah, I think that was probably filled with styrofoam, but he was always pretty fast too. He was one of those long striding runners. They use every bit of their legs when they run. So yeah, he was a cool kid. And then when he got that role, it kind of changed him. It kind of went to his head a little bit, and he kind of a little bit of an a-hole after that. But
I'm sure the fame got to his head.
It did. But that's funny that you brought up the Little Giants, because I always like telling people that story. Because it's pretty cool when you know somebody that was in a movie. But yeah, so Gardner Minshew, was it a good move in your opinion?
I mean, I like it. Just like back when we drafted Jalen Hurts, and all Eagles fans was like, "Oh my God, why do we draft a quarterback?" Now you see why we drafted a quarterback. Where's Carson Wentz at? Not here. So yes, this is a good move, because Joe Flacco, he's not going to be here next year. And I think because of this young coaching staff that we have in Sirianni and Shane Steichen, and then even Gannon on the defensive side, we all know Steichen was from the Chargers. Look what he did with Justin Herbert. So what makes you think he's not going to do that with Gardner Minshew under that system when it's his time? I think that's a great move to pick up. And we got him for pennies too. Yes, I'll take it.
Right? He's only like $850 against the cap this year. So yeah, I think that was a steal of a trade for us. It's a 6th round pick. Conditionally, it could turn into a 5th round. If I heard right, I think if he plays in 50% of the snaps in 3 or more games this year. Mm-hmm. So, but we'll see how that kind of pans out, because now that we have him, is Joe Flacco possibly going to be on the trade market? Is somebody going to come and call in if they need a quarterback, if somebody goes down, or if they need a serviceable backup?
I can definitely see that, because Flacco looked good in the preseason to me. Like to be 37 his age, he looked damn good to me to still be throwing and slinging the ball like that. Of course, we're not going to get Super Bowl Joe Flacco like we've seen, but he's a good, solid backup. He did his job.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like you said, he looked fairly decent. He did, especially in the first and the last game. He was hitting receivers in stride, and he was moving the ball down the field and had a couple nice touchdowns. I mean, Boston Scott did a lot of the work on the first one, but and J-Jaw had a had a nice play to stay in bounds on the sideline there as well. But yeah, I mean, the quarterback's got to get it to them, and like you said, he did a pretty good job. So he's got a pretty good amount of recent film with us that people could be definitely interested in. So I think we should keep an eye out for that. But let me ask you: would you be, given that Minshew hasn't had any real snaps with our like that, would you be okay with if somebody came and calling right now? Would you be okay if trading away Flacco right now?
I mean, I think Garner could hop into it. I mean, he's not a rookie. I mean, he's young. You saw what he did in Jacksonville those couple of games. It was Minshew mania down there in Jacksonville, and I think he can handle it. He's going to have weapons around him where he's not going to be scrambling. He's going to have a good offensive line behind him. So, I mean, he could, if it was happening, somebody calls for Flacco, go ahead and go ahead and take it. I mean, I think Garner and Hurts will be okay.
Okay, yeah, I agree, definitely. And it looks like you're now at 194. So, shout out to the chat. Shout out for you guys sharing her content. Let's get it. We're gonna need 6 more. Let's get her 6 more. Get her to 200. That'd be a good accomplishment for the night, definitely. And yeah, shout out to you guys for doing that, definitely. Big Play Slay said, "Yo, shout out to you, my guy,
Big Play Slay,
my nephew." What he said, "What up, y'all?" Definitely shout out to you. Another good Eagles content creator, young up and coming content. He's got good stuff. Definitely go check him out. But yeah, I agree with you. I think the Minshew was I think it was a good move. I really do, especially for the value, for the price that we got him at, and for the for the late round pick that we gave up for him. I think that's a great trade to get a serviceable backup, and one that could possibly with the team for multiple years. So I think, like you said, Joe Flacco's he's going to be done after this year more than likely, and yeah, he's definitely a good insurance policy. I agree 100%. Yeah. So the Eagles did release 5 players today to go down from 80 players to 75, and they released wide receiver Mark Michelle, running back Elijah Holyfield, tight end Kerry Angeline, linebacker Rashad Smith, and defensive end Jaquan Bailey. Trimming our roster, like I said, to 75. So and then they got to get from 75 to 53 by Tuesday. So there's going to be
that's going to be that's going to be crazy. Holyfield, I was shocked about. I mean, you might never know. Holyfield might be able to come back, be on a practice squad. That is Evander Holyfield's kid. He's solid. I mean, we need a bowling ball with feet. He's the bowling ball with feet. The ones that we need, them short yardage, possibly in the end zone, because Boston Scott, Miles Sanders, those guys are kind of small. They downhill runners. They can do some yards. We need that bowling ball with feet type of runner like we had with Blunt and Ajayi. Holyfield could get it. I mean, if Howard's still there, he would be the third down back to do that. But Holyfield's solid.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, Howard's definitely another short yardage guy, and he's probably more than likely going to make this roster. I think especially now that Holyfield's been cut, because we need, like you said, we need to have that bruiser for those short yardage. When it comes to 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, goal line situations, because our quarterback, yeah, he's obviously he's very, very strong, especially with that lower body. I mean, he was deadlifting over 600 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Just a freaking monster, especially at it's not like he's a huge kid. It's not like he's got an extraordinary amount of muscle on or anything like that. He's very strong, and I think he will be able to do some quarterback sneaks, but he's we just definitely need that. We don't want to be putting him at risk too much either. We don't want him to be exposed to too much unnecessary contact when it comes to our starting quarterback. So yeah, definitely if we could have running backs do that instead, that'll be a good thing. And yeah, hopefully Holyfield will be able to make it to the practice squad, because I feel bad for the kid, because you see he's got some talent. It's just a matter of making a football team. He's been sniffing around the practice squad the last year. when did we draft him? We drafted him in 2019, I think? Or was it
When
last
he unrestricted, I don't think we drafted him.
No, we did. That's right. He wasn't unrestricted. Yeah, you're right. Unrestricted free agent. Yeah. And I think we did pick him up last year. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. So I was kind of surprised, a little surprised to see him go. I know Big Three, shout out to him. He was sad to see Markin Michelle go because he was his dark horse at wide receiver. Not too surprised about tight end Carrie Angeline or linebacker Rashad Smith because I didn't even see Angeline play in the preseason at all, if he even did. And Rashard Smith, from what I saw, he was definitely underperforming out there on the field. But yeah, were you kind of surprised about Jaquan Bailey? I was a little bit. I thought he had a chance of making this football team. Did you?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really. I mean, I know the key guys that you're gonna hear the names a lot, and I was trying to make sure I heard those names. He was one of them that was shocking. I do like Elijah Riley. I think he'll go. I don't think Jaquetta make the squad, but I did. You heard Elijah Riley's name a lot. T.Y. McGill, you heard that name a lot. He'll like you said, we won't know until the 53-man roster. So I'm excited to see who's going to be on the team.
Yeah, I definitely am too. And Benny Boom said it hurt to see Holyfield cut today. Holyfield was drafted by the Panthers. We got him from their practice squad. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. The info. And yeah, so the roster's down to 75 now. So we're getting there. Definitely, we're starting to trim some of these, some of the fat, as so to speak. But give me your thoughts on the draft and free agency this past off season.
Oh man! So last year I wanted Justin Jefferson. Not even gonna lie, wanted Justin Jefferson. I'm like Howie. Then screwed us over so many times with these wide receivers who we don't know. When we got J-Jaw, I'm like, do you know you could have got DK Metcalf? Yo, we passed him twice. And I'm like, we could have got DJ Metcalf. But we got J-Jaw, and then, this season was his redemption because he knew Jeff was going to be knocking on the door like, what are you doing? I think this was Howie's last season to prove that he can do something for this team. So when we was at a number 6 pick and then we switched, I was kind of upset about that. I'm like, why are we moving down? But then we moved back up to number 10 and Devontae Smith was there. I was like, holy crap. So that was like one of the greatest picks ever. Saved Howie's butt. I did like Landon Dickerson. Don't know if we're going to get to see him because of the injuries. And then the fun fact, we've never drafted Alabama players until this draft. We get a couple of Alabama players we drafted from Smith down to Dickerson. I mean, Dickerson is solid. That's a key part you want to have on your line because he can play all the positions on the offensive line. You can utilize him anywhere on there. But again, we don't know what his knee is. We don't know how he's going to do. I would love to see him on there. Groom him for later on because we don't know how long Jason Kelsey's going to be here. So we're going to need that progressor after he leaves, because after then, Jason Kelsey is the glue to the offensive line as a center position. We're not going to find another center like him. So if Landon Dickerson can be that guy, I'm all for it. In the past offseason, I mean, we didn't really free agency didn't get nobody spectacular. I mean, we did get Wilson and Harris. That was a big upgrade for the defense. So I do like those moves. But as far as the draft, I mean, Howie didn't do too bad. He didn't do too bad.
Yeah, I mean, as far as on paper, right now is with the draft and the free agency, with everything that Howie was able to do with the salary cap and everything like that, I think hands down, this is it's got to be his best offseason by far on paper. I mean, obviously, we don't know how some of these draft picks are going to pan out. Hopefully, Dickerson does. Hopefully, a guy like Jacoby Stevens does. Hopefully, a guy like Zach McPherson, I like to call Z-Mac. Hopefully, he does. Hopefully, the stud of a defensive tackle / defensive end in Milton Williams does as well.
He's going to be good.
Yeah. I really do. I think he's going to have a big rookie year. I do. I think Milton Williams is going to have a big rookie year because he's got that versatility. Like I said, he's a defensive tackle, but you can slide him outside. So
Yep.
he can really move around on the defensive line and really, get after the ball when he needs to. And I'm excited about the
Kenneth
mixture of
Gainwell as well. He can run the ball as well.
absolutely good. Yeah, great shout. Yeah, he's been looking good in the preseason. I think he's a lock to make this team right now, especially with the productivity we've seen out of him and just I think we've seen a good amount of growth out of him even as a rookie in the camp so far. So yeah, I like what I see out of Gainwell. I'm excited about that. And we were talking about offensive line a little bit. I wanted before I forgot about it, I wanted to ask you, do you think Dillard makes this team? What are your thoughts on him?
I mean, I know he was struggling a little bit, and then for him to go down was not say a good thing, but we've been waiting to see Jordan Mailata for 3 to 4 years, and Mailata is like the best thing out there ever. Like,
right? Killing it.
He is killing it out there. When Jason Peters went, like, I love Jason Peters to death. I don't know why we kept bringing him back.
I know.
Can't stay healthy. Every time you look, it's a flag. It's always on 71. I'm like, come on, JP. But now he's with Chicago. 39 years old. He's with Chicago. So that's going to be Chicago's problem now. But I like the line. Jordan Mailata. I don't know if Dillard. I don't know. But that could be somebody else who needs offensive line. The Colts need offensive line. The Steelers, not the Colts, the Steelers, the Rams, somebody who needs an offensive lineman. I think, they could get Dillard out of the deal. I'll take a draft pick or somebody for Dillard.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get that. I really have. At first I was a little skeptical about the trade rumors and after that, I'm very skeptical. And I don't think there was ever any teams calling about Andre Dillard. I think that was just Howie Roseman trying to drum up interest in a former first round pick that's really seems like he's broken mentally. Right. And he's having injury issues again, things like that. He did play a little bit in the final preseason game, but from what I saw, he looks like he was getting eaten up out there. And I don't know. I don't even know if I want Andre Dillard as a backup at this point.
I mean, if we do keep him, he ain't gonna start.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. No, absolutely not unless somebody goes down. And I think even some of our backups at this point are better than him and more reliable. So yeah, I don't. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Andre Dillard. I don't think it's very favorable for him at this point. Yeah, the Benny Boom said 68 said Dillard is going to make only because he was a first round pick. Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, he hasn't been on the field very much this camp, and from what we have seen of him, he hasn't been doing too well.
He's been struggling, right?
But to your point though, Benny, Howie definitely, he has an influence of keeping around higher draft picks probably longer than we should. We've done that before. It seems like that might be happening with Derek Barnett as well, but we'll see. You may be right just because of that fact. You may definitely be right. Let's see here. So yeah, so we talked about the draft a little bit, but as far as free agency, what did you think? Like, how do you like the pick?
Too bad. With the free agency, I liked it because we needed to address the defense, especially the secondary. We got the two guys from Minnesota. Wilson is definitely going to be the tandem in that linebacker core with him and Edwards and Alex Singleton. That was always a big thing with the linebackers. I like our linebacking core because Alex Singleton was all over the place in preseason. So, his story is amazing. Alex Singleton's story, like, he wasn't drafted and he, went from practice squad to practice squad and nobody gave him a chance. And here's the Eagles giving him a chance. And I think he's going to ball out. And then you got Harris back there with Slay, and we don't know what McLeod's going to do. I don't know if he's going to be ready by the time season starts with the ACL injury. So I did like the free agency pickups that we did do. We had to make some moves. We were so far underneath the cap, and how we did some maneuvering to, Oh, and Steven Nelson as well. Great pickup. I was excited. He addressed the secondary, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, and have you heard? I haven't heard anything recently about Kerrigan. Have you? I know he had to have hand surgery, and I know he probably didn't really play too much in the preseason. But have you heard anything about him recently?
I haven't heard anything in the news about Kerrigan. I think he should be ready week 1, and I was excited when we got him too. I was like, "What? They used to kill Lane Johnson. Now he's on the same. Now he's on the same team. So we're good."
I know it's definitely going to be an adjustment for cheering for him as opposed to booing. Rooting against him. That's for sure. That's going to be weird seeing his name in the Eagle Green. It's going to be an adjustment.
But he's going to bring that great to the line because he was a good 5.5 sacks on a year like that. So he's yes, I love it.
He played less than 35% of the snaps for them last year. Come on, for those of you who say Ryan Kerrigan doesn't have anything left in the tank, give me a break. He's got more left than Chris Long did when we got Chris. And Chris Long was a great contributor for us.
Chris Long was a fan favorite.
Yes, love that guy. Great individual. Hard worker on the field, great person off the field, good family guy. Yeah, absolutely love Chris Long. Love the whole family. His brother, his dad, Howie. Absolutely. He's the Howie Long's the Howie I like.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. But yes, I like the free agency moves as well. I think we're headed in a good direction. I think we got a good mixture, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We have a good mixture of young and veteran talent. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good. And I love the coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball. So that's another thing I was going to ask you to give me your thoughts on the new coaching staff and any specific coaches besides Sirianni, because obviously he's like Tupac right now, right?
Right.
All eyes on me, obviously. But who are you going to have your eyes on? Anyone's?
I want to see what Shane can do with the offense. Like I said, he came from the Chargers, and we all know what he did with Justin Herbert.
Right.
He turned that kid around. Rookie of the year. He's good with young players, and he'll implement the offense. So we'll see what I'm looking to see what he does. And I'm also looking at Gannon as well. I know he said in the preseason he didn't want to bring the heat too much. He wanted to see what the guys can do one-on-one. But I think during the regular season, he got to blitz. You have to blitz. You got to bring the pressure if you want to get these sacks. The guys on the line can definitely get to the quarterback. So I'm looking to see what Gannon does. Honestly, in my opinion, we haven't had a great defensive coordinator since the late Jimmy Johnson. Since Jim Johnson's gone, we haven't seen that fire that Jim Johnson used to have in his defense. So we'll see what Gannon does.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and he already, Gannon, to me, he's got a lot. He seems like a very, very confident man. He sounds like a head coach already. I'm not really worried about that side of the ball. I think our defense is gonna lead the way this year. What do you think about who's going to be the dominant side of the ball? What do you think about that?
I think it could be either way. But I'm going to go on offense because we got the running game, we got the receivers, we got the quarterback to do it. Offensive line holds up. Offensive line could be top 10 in the league if it definitely holds up without injuries. I'm gonna say the offensive side, but the defensive side definitely gonna bring it too.
Yeah, I think so too because Gannon, JG, he comes from that Zimmerman tree. They like to show a lot of different looks. I think we're going to be switching from in between the 4-3 front and the 3-4 front this year because some of the personnel that we have is very, very going to be very flexible in doing so. Like a Ryan Kerrigan, like a Jernard Avery, if we need him to, because he's going back to that natural position of a stand-up linebacker. So, we have a lot of different pieces that can work. And I think we're going to be, like you said, we're going to be blitzing. We're going to be showing some different looks. We're going to be showing one thing pre-snap and then switching to something completely differently post-snap to try to confuse some of these quarterbacks and these offensive coordinators out there. But
and especially if we get some Zimmerman looks, the guys that used to be with Minnesota definitely know what they look like, especially with Harris and Wilson. So that'll be definitely a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, Benny Boom said Steven Nelson was a good pickup. Absolutely, he was, no doubt. And I think we found a good opposite side for Darius Slay. I really do. I'm comfortable with that. Definitely, I am. I like the Nelson pickup for sure. BB68 also said Singleton is going to be even better this year. Ryan is going to be ready for the season. I hope so. Definitely. Yeah, we're definitely going to need. We're going to need that. That veteran presence on the defensive line, and one that he's going to be a good rotational player as well. So I'm excited to see Kerrigan with this football team this year. Vic 3 said Jamar Chase looks like fire. All right. All right. Well, hopefully, I take it he's not dropping any more footballs out there then. Seen the other day he was dropping them like they were greased up, watermelons out there. But Easy Money, what's going on? Thank you for joining the live stream. We appreciate you. He said Giants tight end Ingram got hurt. They played their starters. Oh wow. Well, see, yeah. And if we go into Atlanta and we win, then Sirianni looks like a pretty smart individual. With the way.
Because I agree. Like when they did the joint practices, like because you're gonna get your best out of them joint practices, because you know why? Because they're not playing each other every day. They're playing another team, and of course, so if you get enough reps and stuff in the joint practice and you look good, why not? You, of course, have your starters play your series, but preseason is for the guys who's trying to make the team. In my opinion, get the starters the rest off of them, and then this is for the guys who's trying to make the team. So why risk your starters in preseason?
I agree with you. I really do, and especially with more and more of these joint practices that they're doing. A scrimmage, and they're basically they're scrimmages, and basically that's a practice game. That's it. That's basically the same thing as a preseason game. It really is. And I think we're gonna be fine. And I'm tending to like that mindset even more. More and more of resting your starters in the preseason as much as you can. As long as it's not going to have a huge impact going into the season, then I think you're going to be fine. And there's coaches out there like Sean McVay that are doing that. He's done that pretty much the whole time he's been a coach in the NFL. All of the starters who are not in heavy competition at their position, they don't really play in the preseason, and he's continuing to do that even with Matthew Stafford now as his new quarterback. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, and if it works well for him, you may see more and more teams starting to do this. To avoid major injury in the preseason, and to try to go into the regular season as healthy as possible.
Right.
Yeah. So now that the preseason is over, what are your expectations, or I should say, have your expectations for this team changed this year?
Coming in, since they added that extra game, so now it's 17 games. I said I had us going 8 and 9. I changed my pick. I said I changed it up. I'm saying we're gonna win the division. That's my bold take. I don't care what nobody says. We're gonna beat Dallas in this division. We always split with that. We always split with Dallas. We usually split with them. Usually, I think we're gonna sweep the Giants. We might split with the Redskins, but overall, I think we got a chance to take this division. And my another bold take. Miles Sanders is gonna have over 1,000 yards rushing.
Ooh, wow! All right, I like that because he's got I want to see some good things from Boobie this year, and with our offensive line being healthy, with us, I think we're going to be a run-first team. I really do, because like you said earlier, Steichen he's a firm believer of winning in the trenches, and a good way to win in the trenches on the offensive side of the ball is to be a dominant running team, to fire off that ball and to be opening up holes for your running backs, and that just makes things so much easier for your quarterback. You can feed play action off of that running game, and everything just kind of it all snowballs from there, and usually in a good way.
And I just don't know why that Doug did not run Miles Sanders. He had 300-yard games where he could have had more than that. And it's just like he was hot in the first half, and you take him out in the second half to throw. No, to open up your passing game, you have to run the ball. You got to run the ball.
Yeah, I still really think that Doug let his ego get to him I think he really did, and he was trying to prove everybody wrong and trying to prove that he was a great offensive play caller, and he just wasn't. He's just not ready for that level in the NFL, and he's not ready to take on that role, as a full-time play caller because he just doesn't have the he doesn't have the creativity, he doesn't have the adjustment ability, the adjustment ability,
That's why I
and
was like, why do you have an offensive coordinator for if you're not going to let him be an offensive coordinator?
exactly. And as soon as they announced that we weren't going to have an offensive coordinator last year, I knew it was not going to be a good year for us. I just had a bad feeling about that. I really did. But yeah, my expectations have not really changed either. I have us right around that 9 to 10 wins this season, and I'm sticking with that. I think we're going to be right around that ballpark, and I think that's going to be good enough to win this division. I really do, because this division's wide open, in my opinion, especially with question marks at quarterback for the football team.
Mm-hmm.
For all three division opponents right now, because Dak's hurt. He has been practicing. They're saying he's going to be ready week 1, but I don't think Dak's going to be throwing too many deep balls this year. And until he does, defenses are going to play up. They're going to play up because they're going to know he's not going to be able to. They're not worried about guys getting behind them because more than likely Dak's not going to throw it even if the guy's open down there because he's not going to have the arm strength. They're saying that his shoulder might not be healthy all year long.
Oh man, especially if we get pressure. Teams get pressure on a quarterback. It's going to be a done deal for Dak.
Right? Yeah. Absolutely. Spotlight Sports Network into building. Absolutely. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Richie MC said, lost Malik Jackson for a year in the first quarter of the first game after the Eagles' big free agent signing. Yeah. We got some pretty expensive defensive tackles right now. I mean, obviously we love Fletcher Cox. He has been a great anchor for us in the middle of our defensive line. But he's making, he's got $30 million on the books right now. And Hargrave, who is, really, I think he was signed to be Big Fletch's replacement eventually. Mm-hmm. He's making $40 million. So we got like $70 million tied up in defensive tackles right now in our starting defensive tackles. So, after this year, if they're both going to be on the team next year, you're definitely going to see some salary adjustments,
right?
Those contracts, because that's a lot of money. Definitely a lot of money that's being tied up. Richie MC said, "What do you say, Sixers and Andre Iguodala type record?" Oh man, I already hit by that. Let's see here. So the next thing I was going to ask you was. Let's see. Oh yeah, so who are some of the players that you're extra excited to see that play this year?
Like I said, I'm ready to see Miles Sanders. Get some more touches. Definitely want to see Devontae Smith. We already seen his route running is immaculate. He's ready. He's going to be breaking some defenders' ankles. We already see what his route running is.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz has proved he still can play this game. So he's not going nowhere. We was all like, oh, he's going to trading block. He can't go nowhere. We don't have no tight ends. So it's going to be up to Goddard, Ertz, and Richard Rodgers. They're going to be the three main guys. But we're going to see more of Zach Ertz. We're going to see more of Goddard. So I'm excited to see Zach Ertz because I like Ertz. Ertz is a big guy. Was a key factor to the Eagles. Period.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a safety valve for Jalen Hurts. So yeah, I'm excited to see Hurts. I'm excited to see the running game, defensive side of the ball. I want to see the pressure, and I'm just ready for the Falcons week 1. Let's go to their stadium, and I always tease the stadium because how you put a Chick-fil-A in Falcon Stadium and they're not open on Sunday? How?
Right? Yeah, that's hilarious. I know they're people. Their fans probably want a good chicken sandwich, and while they're watching a football game, and they can't get it, they're like,
right?
Why do we put this in here for?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny that you mentioned that because I've always thought that was kind of funny too. That they put a Chick-fil-A and they're not open on Sundays inside their stadium. So, yeah, thanks Atlanta. But yeah, I'm excited to see, obviously Devontae Smith, like you said, Miles Sanders, and speaking of Miles Sanders, I wanted to ask you too, are you worried about Booby? He's
I'm
been
not
having
running.
some drop issues a little bit.
I'm not worrying about him too much. I mean, if something does happen, I feel like we got good, solid running backs. Definitely could to produce. We all see Boston Scott. He's another Darren Sproles type of guy. Catch out the backfields, get the little screens. He can sip through. Gainwell showing that he can definitely play running back. I'm excited to see Quez give Quez a little bubble screen. Let him take it to the house. So I'm and Rager is playing really good as well. Don't know what's going to happen with the Greg Ward or Travis Fulgham. Don't know if they sneak in. Did J. Jaw sneak back into the lineup after his performance?
Right.
He emerged out of the rafters and graced us with his presence. So I don't know. The receiving core is going to be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. How many receivers do you think they're going to keep on the active roster? You think they're going to keep 5 or 6?
They might go. I think they might do 6. I think they might do 6.
Yeah.
Maybe not have someone on the punt, special teams. So I think they might keep 6.
Yeah, that's why I thought Mark and Michelle had a decent chance of making the team because he brought some special teams abilities with him as well. So, that was why I was kind of surprised to see him go. He did have a decent game that last game in the preseason. So, but yeah, like you said, if we keep 6, like with the young gunners that I've been calling them, we're coming. Could very well have a very young, talented group with Hertz, Smith, Quez, and Rieger. What are your thoughts on them? Because
I like the team's not getting any older. I mean, the young guys, you definitely have to see what they can do. Like I said, there was Jason Peters was wanting to play. I mean, like JP, we can't pay you like in your prime all these dollars because we got these faster, younger guys on the other side of you who's going to bulldoze you, aka Chase Young. You can't compete with these guys on the line. So
right.
I mean, you got to get faster, you got to get younger, and I think this team is definitely going to be the young talent that we can show, and then the coaching staff is definitely going to coach them up. I like Sirianni how he was getting in on them in practice. If this is how you're going to practice, no. So I like how he was showing, showing them accountability because that's what you need.
Yeah, agreed. So obviously, I think we can agree that Quez, Rieger, and obviously Devontae are all locks to make this team. So if we keep 6, who are your other 3?
I say you gotta keep Travis because Travis last year was balling, but because Doug decided to bring back Jeffries, don't know why would you bring him back when Travis is hot? You took his snaps away,
right?
So you got to build that confidence back in him. I don't know if J. Jaw stay because we didn't see enough of him. We seen that flash. Hopefully they'll probably say let's keep him. But where's Greg Ward been? What about Hightower? He did struggle last year. He was injured a little bit. He had that one big long bomb from Carson Wentz. So he's a speedy guy. So I don't know. We'll see where these players go. But I think Travis Fulgham stays, and I'm hoping Greg Ward stays because he's reliable too. He used to play quarterback, and when we in the preseason, I was like, I'll take Greg Ward at the quarterback other than Mullins.
Yeah,
he was terrible. Mullins was terrible.
Yeah, he really was, and I guess he was. I didn't even know this until just recently. My buddy, who is a big Niners fan, shout out to Niner J. He's been on my channel before. He informed me I think it was right after we signed Minshew, that Mullins had off-season shoulder surgery, and he was laboring out there, and I think there's a reason. And I don't know if he's fully healed from that, or if they didn't fully clean his shoulder up or whatever they did in there, they didn't fully repair it, because he definitely was not. He did not have the arm strength that you wanted to see out there. He just didn't. He looked like he was really laboring to get the ball down the field at all. He really did. He looked like complete horse shit.
He played horribly. It sucked.
It did.
It was horrible.
It really was, and it was, it was tough for guys like Travis Fulgham playing with quarterbacks like that. When you have a quarterback who, you're as a receiver, you're trying to make plays out there. You're trying to make this team, but you can only do so much when you got a quarterback who can't throw the ball, and when he does, he's throwing it to the other team.
Right.
So it's tough for the backup receivers who have to play with the backup quarterbacks because you're trying to make this team and play with the starting quarterback. You're not going to be playing with the backup quarterbacks. So it's just tough sledding for some of these guys, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we talked about it a little bit earlier. But so are you nervous about rust factor going into week 1?
Not at all. Not at all. These guys do it each and every year. They know they got to stay loose, stay healthy. I think that's what them joint practices were for. I'm not nervous at all. It's Atlanta. I know we got to worry about Kyle Pitts. That's really it. Calvin Ridley. As long as we pressure Matt Ryan, he's going to fold. He can't do nothing. And Ryan's getting up there in age as well. I'm shocked that Atlanta didn't draft no quarterback because.
Me too.
Yeah. So,
I really thought there was a strong chance, given the high pick that they had with the quarterback class that was out there, that I thought there was a good chance that they were going to take a quarterback, but they decided to take Kyle Pitts, and we'll see. But yeah, a lot like we were talking, like I was just talking about a little while ago. You can't throw the ball to yourself. So if we can get to Matt Ryan, like you said, because he is a statue of a quarterback, he's getting older, he's slowing down, and he's never been super mobile anyway. And their offensive line is very susceptible. They didn't address it nearly as much as they should have. Being, given the issues that they have with their offensive line, we're going to be able to expose that, I think. And I wouldn't be surprised if we have 3 or 4 sacks in the first game. I really wouldn't. I think our defensive line is going to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Look at that. We almost got you there, Keith.
Oh, let's go. Let's get 3 more.
3 more, you guys. Let's go. Let's get there before we end this live stream. That would be awesome. Definitely. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Jinx Wolf. Thank you for keeping us updated. And thank you guys so much for keeping it fuego. Like I always say, showing the love, paying it forward, doing good things. That's what we're all about out here in the nest out west. One of our mottos, definitely. And the outside of Devontae Smith, who was your favorite draft pick this year?
I was real skeptical about Milton with like all these other guys. And I'm like, Milton Williams, we already got defense, but I do like, because we like to rotate guys. The defense is never tired because we're always so rotated. But Milton Williams is definitely going to be a steal. I think I'd draft in Gainwell as well, and then plus that's his cousin, Fletcher Cox. You bring the family onto the team, so that's kind of cool. I think it's going to be Milton Williams, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I do, because there were some questions about his size, especially with his arm length, being a defensive lineman, especially an interior defensive lineman. But he's showing that he's a very strong individual. I think he's bench pressing over 500 pounds, if I heard that right, and he's a strong kid. So I'm excited. I'm excited about Milton Williams. I think Gainwell would definitely be one of mine, but I think outside of Devontae and obviously Landon Dickerson, if he pans out, man, we could have like you said earlier, we could have one hell of an offensive lineman for a long, long time to come. And I could just imagine him, say next year, if Isaac Seumalo wants to slide in and play center, the left side of Mulata and Dickerson, you play Dickerson at left guard, man, that's one angry.
Yep, and there's definitely the running backs are going to, open field? Okay, phew.
Linebackers are going to be moving out of the way of those guys when they're moving on the outside and into that second level and things like that. So that's going to be exciting, definitely. But Jacoby Stevens, he's another guy that I'm really, really excited about. I'm hearing very high praise out of him, and I've watched a lot of his film at LSU, and he was a safety in college, and now we got him at linebacker. I just think he's going to be. I've got pretty high expectations for this kid, and he's wore the, he wore a special number at LSU. Not everybody can just wear that number. You have to be a
Right.
very unique individual to do so. So yeah, like I said, he's getting high praise from guys like Patrick Peterson and the Honey Badger as well. So yeah, both those guys are giving him high praise. So I'm excited about Jacoby Stevens. I really am. Benny Boom 68 said, "Key, what's your channel?"
So you can follow me on everywhere. Links in the description. I'm on YouTube as well. Key in the building. You can go on IG. You want to follow me there? Key in the building. Twitter. Key in the building. As well. So follow me everywhere. Get the IG. I'm always keeping everything updated. Again, like I said, I do all Philly sports. So it's not just the Eagles I do. So that IG is always popping with something as well as the YouTube page.
Yeah. And the link to her channel is in the description to this video. So all you got to do is go like where you hit the like button, you just click on the little drop down arrow. You go into the description, you scroll down to the bottom, and actually she's the top link above. She's above all the links to my Macari store and the stuff like that for my channel. But yeah, the link to her channel is in the description. Click on it, take you right to it. Sub her up. Click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of her content because she's a 4 for 4. So lots of good content coming your way, guys. Definitely. Let's see here. Benny Boom 68 said, "Gotcha. I must support my Philly sister." Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Much appreciated, my guy. Thank you so much. Thomas Jones, salute to you. He says, "Salute to Foothills and Key. I just sub Key."
Appreciate you.
Hashtag Fly Eagles Fly. Thank you, Thomas. Much appreciated. Thank you very, very much.
I'm also going to do some live games as well to play-by-play, so I'll be doing that this year.
Awesome.
I'll be trying to do more. It's just because of my schedule and things of that nature. But week one, definitely going to be on here, so hang out with me. Play-by-play reactions, so you'll get that week one definitely. So come on in and hang out with me, and hopefully that game's going to be interesting.
Right? Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. You guys, we'll definitely do that. Let's see here. So what are your thoughts on our division? Where will our Birds finish at? And who wins the East?
So again, I say we don't go 10-7. I'm saying the Eagles is going to win this division. Again, we always split the division. The Cowboys, you always split with them. I think we can sweep the Giants this year, and we're going to sweep with Washington because it's just because of their defense. That's going to get me. Chase Young and all those guys out there. But I think we're winning the division 10-7. We'll take the East.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I do. I like the confidence. Yeah, I think I'm right around that same record with you. I think the Cowboys are going to be our main competition in this division. Fitzfizzle is not going to get it done. I don't even know how long he's going to last for the football team as their quarterback. Being his inconsistency. When he's good, he's great, but when he's bad, he's pretty stinking bad too. So, yeah, their defense is really going to have to carry them this year if they're going to go anywhere. The Giants, to me, they didn't really address their offensive line, so I think Daniel Jones is going to be exposed at times, and I think Saquon is too. I don't think he's going to have nearly as big of a year as some predictors are saying he's going to have, and even given that Daniel Jones got some new weapons, I just think that their offensive line has not been addressed, and I think they're going to be exposed on that side of the ball. When it comes to Dallas, it's going to depend on Dak Prescott. If he can stay, in that 75 to 80% range and keep them in ball games, as when I say that 75% to 80% range, I'm talking about his health. If he can keep them in ball games, as far as being a game manager this year, and because it sounds like he's going to have continual shoulder issues, so we'll have to see with the Cowboys. And I, like you said, I think we're going to split with them. I think we probably split with the football team, and I think we're going to sweep the Giants as well. I really do. So yeah, I have us right around that 9-8, 10-7 wins this year. think it's going to be good enough to win the division, like I said. And yeah, I mean, call me a cockeyed optimist, but hey, that's the way I look at it. You know, we're healthy on the offensive side of the ball, especially on the offensive line, and I'm really excited about that because if what I think is going to happen comes to fruition, if Sirianni is smart and he leans on the veteran coaching on this offensive side of the ball and Jeff Stoutland, and we really become a run dominant team, then yeah, good things are going to happen. Jalen Hurts is going to have a good year. This receiving core is going to love that because it's just going to open up things down the field, open up the things in the middle of the field for Dallas Goedert. And yeah, it's an exciting time. It really, really is. To be a Philadelphia Eagles fan, to be a content creator right now, it's like it's a whole new beginning right now with this coaching staff, with this team. So yeah, I'm very excited, Key.
I am too, and I just got the 200. I do appreciate y'all.
Yay!
So far,
Hey,
appreciate you. Let's go. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate that. Definitely. Shout out to you guys, all you guys out there who helped me get
What's
there
up,
tonight.
Uncensored?
Much appreciated. Thank you for telling me. You're reminding me to check the chats again. Yeah, Jinx Wolf said, yeah, you're at 199, so now you're at 200. Congratulations, Key. Definitely, you deserve it. 100%. Shout out to Key. Definitely, you guys. Thomas Jones said, any surprise cuts that you guys can see in the next couple of days? I apologize if y'all touched this question earlier. Just got here. No problem, Thomas. No problem at all. Key, what do you think? Any surprise ones you think?
Any surprise ones? I don't know. I'll be surprised if they cut Elijah Riley. Like I said, I really like him. McPherson, he's going to be here. He struggled a little bit. We all know he's not going to get thrown into the wolves right now.
Yeah.
But he'll be good to watch a Slay and anything of that nature. But God forbid injuries happen, he better be ready and prepared because you got to next man up. Your name be called. You got to be prepared and ready. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have any surprises right now, but like I said, you just gotta wait till the list comes out, and then I'm gonna be shocked. Be like, oh no! So we just gotta wait.
Absolutely. And the one that pops into my mind on the offensive side of the ball would be Travis Fulgham. I mean, there's been some talk that he could definitely be on the bubble. So if he does get cut from this team, I would definitely be surprised. On the defensive side of the ball, I would be surprised if even, he hasn't performed superiorly great for this football team. I'd be surprised if a guy like Avonte Maddox got cut. He's been splitting reps at that nickel corners position this training camp and preseason with guys like Josiah Scott and rookie Zach McPherson. So we'll definitely see, but for the most part, I like our corners on this team, especially like the top five, with Maddox being that fifth guy, Josiah Scott, Z-Macker is in there too. So I think those guys have a good chance of making this team. But yeah, like you said, we'll just have to, like he said, we'll have to wait. We're going to have to wait and see. Those are the names that really pop into my head. Yeah. Benny Boom 68 said, we're going to win the division. I got us 10-7. The hell with Cowboys because they always self-destruct in December. Yeah, well, hey, history repeats itself. So, yep, they're going to do the same thing. Random Anton, he was the 200th sub. Shout out to you, my guy. Definitely. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Random. He's a great supporter of the Nest Out West, your boy here, Philly Foothills, and everything we're doing out here with Philly Fuego Productions and all our good stuff. But yeah, Random, thank you so much for your support of not only my channel, but now of Keys as well. Keys in the building, and we got Key to 200 tonight. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you very much so. Like Key said, what's going on, Eagles Uncensored, AK Eagles? He said, yo, what's good, brother? What's good, Key? Appreciate you. Yes. Thomas Jones said, salute to AK. Let's see here. Thomas Jones said, chilling, bro. I've been watching your shows because I get home late. Great shows. Yes. Late night with AK. Absolutely. Check them out. Yep. He said, thanks, guys. Or thanks, my guy. Appreciate the support. If you have any ideas, please let me know. I will shout you out for them. Absolutely. Do you all see Holyfield back on practice squad? I think there's a good.
I can see him back on the practice squad. That's a possibility.
Because I think we usually keep 2 running backs on the practice squad. So I could see.
I can see Huntley going back on there too.
Huntley?
Yep.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, absolutely. I think those 2 could be our practice squad running backs. I totally agree with you, Key. 100%. I could see that happening because Huntley, he got banged up a little bit with the rib. He was doing pretty good from what I heard in camp and things like that. And he gives us special teams depth. So, if he doesn't make the team, yeah, I would definitely want Huntley on the practice squad for sure. And I'll take Holyfield with them as well, there as well. Absolutely. But yeah, we've been on for almost an hour and a half now. So I think we're gonna wrap this thing up here in a minute. But Key, this has been fun with you tonight. I really, really appreciate you coming on. And it's been good getting the female's point of view about our Eagles and your opinions on our team this year and your thoughts and things like that. I really, really enjoyed it. But yeah, do you have any closing questions for me or any comments for everybody out there before we get out of here?
No, not really. I appreciate everyone who was in the chat. Thank you for having me on. Anytime, want to talk it up, I'm definitely around. Like I said, I cover all the Eagles. I call it all the Philly sports. So as the Flyers, like I'm a hockey person, but they will not say the less content, but I do give them some love because I'm gonna try to do some hockey games. It's just when it comes to hockey, it's them names that gets me. Them Russian names and sweet names. But I'm gonna try to do a Flyers game. I know it's more high paced, but I've done some Eagles live stream. I've done Sixers. I'm gonna be doing more of definitely the Phillies, not so much because that season is downhill for us. Yeah. We was hot and then flatline. They do this every year to me. But it's going to be more Sixers and Eagles content. But I do appreciate everyone who got me to 200. Again, more content's coming. Like I said, I got Key talk with I got car talk with Key. So if I'm in the car, it's just because I get the news and stuff. So it'll be a lot of videos in the car. I do some here. I get that. Oh well, how you keying the building if you're in the car? Leave me alone. You're going to either way. I can give you content. I'm going to give it to you. I don't care if I'm in a car, if I'm in a grocery store. You're going to get it.
Yeah, it's a saying, people. It's a saying. In the building. I'm in this thing to win it.
Right.
Yes, I totally get it, and I've enjoyed the content so far. So keep up the good work, you guys. Like she said, she's a 4 for 4. So make sure you guys go like, share, comment, and subscribe to her content. Drop her a comment. Let her know that you've seen her on the Nest Out West. If that's where you've seen her, that's where you found her content. Definitely let her know. Give us a thumbs up on this live stream. Give her a thumbs up on her content as well. Make sure you go sub her up. Definitely keep it fuego. You guys, it's been enjoyable tonight. Definitely thank you to everybody that's been in the live stream. Thank you to everybody that's with the comments and everything like that. Shout out to you, my partner in crime. Billy, AK Eagles of Eagles Uncensored. He said, "Thanks, bro. I took it. Never looked back." Absolutely. Benny Boom says, "Hey, Key, I'm going to represent you on my Facebook and Instagram page. I do T-shirts for a living." Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, definitely hitting you up then.
Yeah, absolutely, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Random Anton, for being here. All you guys, thank you so much for all your support. Like I always say, you guys are the food and water of the channel. Without you, it does not continue to survive. So if you're feeling the vibe, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to keep my dreams alive. And until next time, we fly until we die. Stay mean, stay green. Thanks for viewing me on your screen. But most importantly, keep it fuego. All right, you guys. Peace, y'all.